Happy Monday. Hope this finds your week off to a good start. First and foremost, I'm so thrilled that that people got such a chuckle out of the video last night of my cutting my husband's hair during our stay-at-home order. If I knew we were going to get so much good comments, laughter, and smiles out of something like that, I would have started humiliating us weeks ago. But I will try and commit to finding other ways to make you laugh moving forward. I know not all of our topics are that entertaining, but glad that brought a chuckle that hopefully was much needed. Tonight, what I wanted to talk about is I wanted to circle back on a topic discussed a couple of nights ago. I think on Saturday I brought it up. In fact, I know on Saturday I brought it up. I mentioned some changes in the mortgage world. But I also said I was waiting on a little bit more information and a little bit more insight on it before I started talking to you about it. Now, I do have a little bit more information on it. I'm still waiting for more, but I want to get some of this out there. What got released on Saturday, or at least what was brought to my attention on Saturday, was the fact that JP Morgan Chase was putting in some new restrictions with regards to its lending process. Now, before I go any farther, I do want to let you know this has nothing to do with anybody that already has a mortgage application in place. So if you put in a mortgage application last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever the case may be, this is not relevant to you. So don't all of a sudden hear what I have to say and get very nervous and think all of a sudden very, very bad thoughts for the next 12, 16 hours before you can get your lender on the phone. That's not related to this. The other product that this is not related to is they do have I think it's called Dream Maker. It's a low to moderate income lending product that they use. This isn't relevant to that either. This is for the rest of the loans of what they're doing right now. They have basically gone on record and said for a temporary period of time, they are going to expect down payments at a minimum of 20%, and they're going to expect credit scores at a minimum of 700. Now, their thought process behind this is that they're trying to reduce their exposure and reduce some of their risk with regards to some questionable times. So that's kind of what they're trying to accomplish. The other thing that they've been very transparent in the fact that they're trying to accomplish as well is the fact that in the last 30 to 45 days, they got walloped with refinances because the rates were so low. In fact, I believe the statistic is that last month we saw the highest number of refinances of any month in the last decade. So they have that going on as well. In addition, it happened at a time that a lot of their workers are working from home, so that they're working remotely. Everything's taking a little bit more manpower and a little bit longer. So by restricting the new applications and reducing their exposure, they're actually giving themselves some time to catch up as well. So they're seeing it as a bit of a win-win. What does it mean to our market? Well, as of right now, I'm going to say not too much. They are a big lender. I think last year they definitely ranked in the top 5 in terms of number of in terms of the top 5 lenders. But they're definitely not our only lender. We have a lot of fantastic choices both on the big scale, small scale, conventional portfolio, jumbo sides. We've got a lot of different options out there. So at the end of the day, if just one lender decides to put these restrictions in place, then I personally don't see too many concerns that would come up off of that. Now, my bigger question mark, because you know that I'm always trying to think of, well, where else can this come and get us? How can it circle around to play something on our market? My bigger question mark would be is if a lot of the other lenders start following suit. If they say, hey, that's a good idea and it seems acceptable at this point in time, let's try that as well. At that point, then we can start running into some issues depending on how long their temporary piece is. The fact of the matter is in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area, we see a multitude of different financing options, financing down payments, and people use them for different reasons. I would say from the condo market and the single family home market, we regularly see 5% down options. I mean, obviously there's some FHA and VA products with lower down payments, but I would say we very regularly see 5% down options. I would say on average, we see a lot of 10%, and I think nationally 10% was about the average. We see 15%, we see 20, we see a little bit of everything, and I think that gives a lot of people opportunities to be buyers from that perspective. So I think that if we start to see a lot of lenders follow suit and we lose some of those smaller down payment product options, then we might have a little bit of concern because it's canceling out some of our buyer pool. But as of right now, just because it's one lender, I'm not too worried about it. Well, I'll track that. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know if we start to see more people follow suit. And then we can see a little bit more impact on it from that perspective. But just wanted to bring you in the loop on that. If you have any questions, obviously you know where to find me. So on that note, let's remember to be kind. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your spouses. My spouse and I are trying really hard to get through this, and some days it's brilliant and some days it's not brilliant. You saw one of the good days when we were laughing a lot. Laughter has become a real big component of what we're trying to do, because we need to. Take care of one another. Take care of yourself. Remember to support small businesses. Remember to be thankful and grateful for not only all of your blessings, but for all the people that are blessings out there doing hard work for us right now. And that's about it. I'm so looking forward to getting through this with all of you. We are one more day closer to getting through it. I know there's a lot of discussions on what this looks like afterwards. We're gonna take it all one day at a time. So on that note, I will see you tomorrow and have a great night.